Hello, and welcome back to the next episode in our Pillars of Eternity campaign, playing as Kasemir the Cipher. We're picking up from where we left off in the last episode, which places us smack dab in the middle of this grisly cave in the Deerford Crossing. Of course, last time we cleared out the northern part of the cave, killing all of the eight-legged residents there, the spiders that called this part of the cave their home. You can see the evidence of their presence with all the webs on the walls. And that, of course, included killing the spider queen, the brood mother, in this part of the cave. And that should deal with the spider threat, at least for the time being, until a clutch of eggs hidden away somewhere spawns some more spiders, or until more spiders move in from the world outside, or perhaps something worse. But that has dealt with most of the enemies in the cave. There is one final denizen of the cave that we need to deal with, and that, of course, is the ogre Korgrak, who has made this little part of the cave his home. We can see the evidence here of his presence. All of these gruesome and grisly body parts and skeletons over here. Skulls and bones from an assortment of kith and beasts litter the cavern. They've been crushed, scored, gnawed, and punctured by something with fangs as thick as an Amawa's finger. Korgrak has certainly been hungry of late. And we are going to have to deal with him. Of course, I deferred making a decision on that at the end of the last episode. I wanted to mull my options over a little bit more and have a think about it. I've since done that, had a sleep on it, and I think I'm ready to decide how we want to deal with Korgrak. So we're going to go and speak to him now. Keep Adair up front just in case we do get into combat. Korgrak does, of course, have some pet bears with him, so we'll have to bear that in mind. And he's wielding a giant club. Wouldn't want to get hit by that thing. Look at the size of it. It's almost as big as him. As you advance into the darkness, the ground begins to tremble. You hear plodding footfalls, growling breaths, and bone-snapping crunches. An ogre steps out of the shadows, 10 feet tall and bulging with muscle. He tears a mouthful from a hoofed, pink-fleshed limb and tosses it aside. He watches you from under the thick ridge of his brows. Too well equipped to be a villager. A bandit from the road, then. Must be. The ogre snorts and tightens his grip around a club. I've kept to myself. Killed no one but the fools reckless enough to chase me down here. Why have you come looking for me? Well, if you've been minding your own business, how did all these bones get here? He grinds his teeth with impatience. Spiders got most of them. The rest blundered in here looking for trouble. Well, don't worry, I'm not looking for trouble, Korgrak. I'm in fact looking for a young elven noblewoman. She's gone missing. Korgrak's snarl reveals a row of large, stained teeth. I've done my best to avoid kith, especially the kind that might give rise to search parties. He scratches his knuckles and eyes you. She never came here. Of that I'm sure. All right, well then I'll look elsewhere, but first I did want to ask you something more. He glares at a spot over your shoulder, as if he expects to see someone lurking behind you. Speak. Fast. A farmer from Deerford claims you ate his pigs. He rams a fist into the wall and roars, Then I should have eaten the blazing farmer. I underestimated the love these villagers have for their swine. Calm down. Perhaps you could tell me something else. Let's change the subject. His toothy frown deepens. What? Well, for starters, what are you doing in this cave? Hiding from your kind. He scratches a tusk, glaring at you. Kith driven from their homes by strange storms. Bandits out for blood and coin. My kind is unsafe around Kith at the best of times. But now, tempers run hot, and ogre blood is valued among your alchemists. His fingers flex around his club. So we have a few options here. We can point out that he's favoring one leg, and that he appears to be weakened, with a perception check. We have an intellect check here as well, to try and maybe figure out, with a bit more subtlety, the reason why he's hiding in here. We could just tell him that Deerwood is huge and he can probably find a better hiding place. We could passionately tell him to stop menacing the villagers and find another lair, or we could aggressively tell him to bugger off or face our wrath. I don't think the passionate or aggressive response will result in anything but combat. I'm also not sure about pointing out his weakness. He might take that as a threat. I think these two could be okay. This one, we'll go with the intellect check. I'm sure that'll be alright, but who knows, he could attack us, I don't know. The only reason you'd hole up in a spider-infested cave is if you really feared something out there. He smashes his club into the ground. I told you! The kith on the road these days hunger for anything they can eat or sell. I wouldn't last a week wandering the open. Not by myself. He clutches his club with both hands and draws it closer. And you seem sensible enough to understand that now that you've found me here, I can't let you leave. Right, well that's not good. So we could lie to him that there's another town further along the river with lots of pigs and juicy villages, but I don't see how that's going to prevent him from attacking us. We could tell him passionately to leave the village in peace, and that it's his last warning. Again, don't see how that's going to stop him from attacking us. I could try and be diplomatic and say, you don't need to stay in this miserable cave. I'm sure a big, strong ogre like you would have no problem out in the wood. It does sound a little bit condescending, even if I did read that line in a neutral tone of voice. But if I read it in a patronizing tone of voice, I'm sure a big, strong ogre like you, it sounds even worse. So I think that's just going to annoy him. And we could just attack him and be aggressive. I think, though, I like the look of this rational option. I mean, he seems to, well, be somewhat rational. He's drawn a reasonable conclusion. He's shown some application of deductive reasoning. And he seems to have detected that we're a rational kind of fellow, and he's made some kind of an attempt to appeal to our own sense of reason. So maybe we'll meet his rationality with rationality of our own, and we'll try to reason with him. This place isn't safe. Even if you kill me, it's only a matter of time before someone else finds you. He grits his teeth and glares at you, his eyes hard and narrow with rage. Korgrak takes several heaving breaths, seemingly ready to charge at any second. Finally, he drops his club. That's what I was afraid of. He sighs, blasting you with his fetid breath. Time to move on, then. Where will you go? Funny you should ask. Remember how I was mentioning Twin Elms when we first met? From what I've been told, a few ogres live there, and not as servants or slaves. Heravius shrugs and smiles in Korgrak's direction. I don't think the druids will take well to being eaten, but maybe Korgrak can play nice. Twin Elms? That's as good a place as any. On second thought, I've got a different idea. What's that? So I've got a few options here. I'll start from the bottom. I just tell him to go to Twin Elms, obviously. Third option here, I could be cruel. Tell him that the Deerford could be safe, but he just needs to kill Rumbold, the farmer who put a bounty on him. It's cruel in a few ways. One, it'll probably result in Rumbold's death. Two, it'll probably result in Korgrak's death, either immediately when the rest of the town attacks him, or later on when they put another bounty on him, and then he eventually gets killed. Not to mention all the collateral damage that might result from an ogre attacking the Deerford village. I could be deceptive and tell him that he needs to learn subtlety, lie low for a while, and let the villagers forget that he's here. I think that's unlikely. I'm not confident in his ability to actually be subtle, and I doubt the villagers will forget about him being there. So I don't see that as a long-term solution. And lastly, I could tell him that I've got a stronghold in Cardnua and offer him a place to stay as long as he helps defend it. Now, I did a bit of digging, and it looks like all this does is it results in Korgrak being a hireling, which you can hire to protect your stronghold. He only costs 150 copper to hire and has a maintenance fee of 50 copper a day, which isn't very high at all. He gives +6 to security, but at the cost of -6 to prestige. And I just don't think that's worthwhile, because prestige is the primary determining factor for how much money your stronghold earns per turn or every day or whatever it is. So although the malice to prestige is netted off by the bonus to security, I just don't think it's a worthwhile trade-off. I'd rather have higher prestige. I don't really want to lose security. So I think we will tell him to go to Twin Elms. Maybe we'll run into him again when we reach Twin Elms. So yeah, I take that back. Twin Elms sounds like it would suit you. He begins shuffling back into the shadows. I'll be on my way shortly then. Until then, you may come and go as you wish. I won't trouble you. Alright, so that's added an addendum to Blood Legacy. And that should also, well, it's not quite completed a farmer's plight. We need to return to Rumbold in the Deerford village and let him know that we've dealt with Korgrak. But that should be mostly fine. I think Rumbold will be happy with. I mean, yeah, we didn't kill him. We didn't bring back his we didn't bring back his head, but we have gotten rid of him. So I think Rumbold will be happy with that outcome, knowing that the ogre won't be near the village anymore, because he'll go to Twin Elms presumably. We should have a look around the cave though. Thankfully, we don't have to fight all the bears and Korgrak, so that's good.
Found something.
And it looks like he's got something hidden. What do we have? Girdle of the Driving Wave. This belt, etched with cresting waves, carries a powerful enchantment which allows the wearer to send out a burst of arcane force in a circle around themselves. The burst hits foes like a crashing wave, often taking them off their feet. So once per encounter we can use knockdown. That's pretty good. I think we'll give that to Haravius. He is up front anyway in most of our fights. And we have a potion of major endurance and some pearls. And I think that's everything. We may have an understanding, but I promise nothing for anyone else who wanders in here. Fair enough. Well, that deals with everything. Just equip that to Haravius there. Of course, we did find out something interesting related to the Blood Legacy quest. Treagle had told us that the ogre took Alice, meaning Korgrak, but I had a hard time believing that at the time he told us, but now I'm sure he was lying, because Korgrak has denied that he'd eaten Alice, and I don't think Korgrak has anything to hide, but Treagle probably does. Probably only told us the ogre took Alice so that we'd go after the ogre, and I guess Treagle was hoping we would become the ogre's lunch, but obviously didn't work out that way. I think we've discovered everything else in this cave. So we'll head out now. We should go back and confront Treagle, but I want to see what's on this ledge that we saw outside when we were on our way into the cave, down here. There was a corpse on this ledge, so I'm curious to see what's on the corpse. And then we'll go back, I think, to the village, talk to Rumbold, and then probably confront Treagle. So here we go.
Steady does it.
Hidden up here? No, I don't think so. Just the corpse. All right, what's on the corpse? What do we have? We've got Skane cultist robes. Those who plot the destruction of their superiors while keeping an impassive face will whisper a prayer to Skane. Political rebels also call upon him for justice, in the hope that he will intercede on their behalf with Woodaka, with whom he is associated. However, Skane is an unforgiving deity. If a supplicant tips his hand or acts too rashly, the god will abandon them. The same goes for those who actually achieve their ambitions and rise to a higher station. They can no longer count on Skane for aid. These robes are comprised of little more than a simple, undyed piece of cloth, tied at the waist by thick cord. They have been used during the grim rituals of the Skanite faithful, it seems, for they are spattered with patches of blood, both recent and long-dried. Interesting. And we've got a Skane Initiate's hood. This oddly shaped hood is worn by the novice worshippers of Skane, crudely fashioned from coarse material, its modest construction befitting of followers of the Quiet Slave. We also have a key, a skull key. This iron key has a long shank ending in an intricate bit. The bow is carved to resemble a skull, its mouth agape. I've never actually heard of the word bow, or maybe it's pronounced bow in this context, but I've never heard of it used in relation to a key. I guess it just means the handle piece here, but yeah, that's new to me. And a tattered note. The note is blood-stained and torn, and the edges are smudged with some kind of pigment. From the scraps that are legible, you can make out hastily written instructions. To avoid the entrance in the tower, traffic through my shop would attract the attention. Deerford may be sympathetic to our goals, but they wouldn't approve of a temple. Yet. Key to the entrance by the river, east of town. But be careful on the road. Reports of, these days, signed T. Well, I'm no Sherlock Holmes, and this is an elementary, dear Watson, but I have a feeling that this letter was written by none other than Treagle, the courier. Or courier, however it's pronounced. Makes sense. The pigment would be the dyes, which he's using to dye his leather. Obviously his shop is set up in a tower. He wouldn't let us through the door into the tower. There's obviously something behind there. Could be Alice, could be something else. But there's something behind there. And he's got this key to a temple. And there's an entrance to it near the river, which is presumably that statue we came across in the last episode. In the middle of the map. And it looks like the temple's probably of Skane worshippers, given the Skaneite robes and the hood here. So, very, very interesting. The plot has indeed thickened. I'll take that robe and the hood, just in case we can then wear it and masquerade as Skane worshippers. And I will take this tattered note and the skull key as well. There we go, an addendum to Blood Legacy. So this is probably the entrance here. It's near the river. It must be what Treacle was referring to. So we can use the key to get in there, I presume. While exploring a cave just east of the Bale River, I found a corpse carrying a note and a skull-handled key. The note mentioned a secret temple of some sort with an entrance near the river and another in a tower behind a shop. The note was stained with splotches of some kind of pigment and signed T. So yeah, obviously Treagle the courier, his shop is near, has a tower behind it, so there's an entrance there and there's an entrance over here near the river. Great. I still want to go confront Treagle though. So let's head back to Deerford Village and give him a piece of our mind. Thought he could kill us, the cheeky bastard. Or thought he could have the ogre kill us for him rather. We'll show him, young whippersnapper. Alright, so that's the Grizzly Cave dealt with. We can make our way back to Deerford Village now. Clear the rest of this area. Got a few things we can hand in at Deerford Village. Obviously we can give the dragon egg to Hendina. We can tell Rumbold that we've dealt with Korgrak, and we can confront Treagle.
Been a pleasant surprise traveling with you, Horavius.
Nice of you to say that. I was on the road alone for years, and I'm happy to have company for a change.
My part of the country has a saying about Orlans. Face of skin, let 'em in. Face of hair, best beware. But you're more like a skin-faced Orlan.
Are you fucking kidding me? Well, my tribe has a saying, head of brunette, they're all set. Head of blonde says everything wrong.
Was that bad? I meant it as a compliment.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad, Adair. Pretty racist towards the wild Orlans, of course. Alright. First things first, I wonder... Does the dragon egg we pick up count as... Yeah, it does count. It counts as a quest item. This dragon egg is a mottled gold color and warm to the touch. It is in perfect condition. We've also got this burning stone. A bright orange light blazes from the center of the stone. It radiates intense heat, yet it doesn't burn your hands as you hold it. It's a piece of the god hammer, of course. And the scroll of whale, which I think we read in a previous episode, so I'll read it again now anyway, because it's cool. This ancient scroll is bound with silver thread. The broken wax seal is stamped with the shape of an eye. The scroll at first appears to be gibberish, a collection of symbols and characters with no apparent connection between them. As you study them, however, you could swear that the characters begin to move. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, they shift and crisscross and realign, and you are able to read the text. A simpleton seeks out a wise man, said to know the answer to every question. "Please," says the simpleton, "you have to help me. The world terrifies me. I wake each morning, and I don't know why. I make choices each day, and I don't know what will happen as a result. I go to sleep each night, and I don't know whether it will be my last." When the simpleton finishes, he notices that the wise man is weeping. The simpleton apologizes profusely, and asks the wise man what he has said to upset him. The wise man shakes his head. and wipes the tears from his eyes. He answers, "Some people have all the luck." Poetic indeed, and perfect for the worshippers of Whale. Alright. Speak to Hendina.
Welcome.
She adjusts one of her bandages. "Anything else I can do for you? I've got some handy ointments if you're braving the roads anytime soon." "Well, I found the dragon egg." "Hylia's feathered tits." She claps her hands together, wincing at the pain. "How'd you manage that?" I found the nest you spoke of. Hope those worms didn't give you too much trouble. Let's see her then." She cradles the egg with her good arm. "Amazing. Not a single crack." She runs her bandaged hand across the shell. She hefts the egg into the back of her wagon and rummages among her shelves. "Here, take this." She drops a stack of coins and a parcel of ingredients into your hands. "Everything you need to brew a good, strong pick-me-up. Should come in handy with the kind of scrapes you seem to get into." She leans closer. "And come see me anytime you need potions or ingredients, alright? I got a special price for friends." She winks. So we get moderate positive reputation with the Deerford village. And I can ask her a bit more about Elise. So earlier it sounded like you knew something about Elise Harrond. Any chance you'd share it with a friend? Ooh, interesting. "She was so queasy she didn't even notice Treagle's odor." She tugs at a bandage. "I wouldn't normally say nothing, but that girl was with child. Couldn't have been more than a couple months along. I tried to give her some herbs to end it, save her trouble with her old man, but she wouldn't take them."
Hail, traveler.
That's interesting. Very interesting. So we've completed the nest egg. What did we actually get for that? River Reed, Ogre Blood, Emerald. Oh, that's not so bad. We have an addendum to Blood Legacy. Hendina mentioned that Elise was pregnant.
Hail, traveler.
Alright. Hendina's removed some of her bandages. Her burns now look smooth, pink, and shiny with fresh ointment. "Finally on the mend and back in business. Anything I can do, Kasemir? I've got a special discount just for you." She steps aside. "Sure thing." The shelves on of her cart contain jars, vials, and bundled paper packets. "But these prices are just for you." Nice. Can I sell stuff to her as well? Yeah, I can. I don't need to at the moment, though. I don't think I actually need much from her, though. But good to keep in mind if I do need stuff.
Well met, friend.
Yeah, okay.
Good day, stranger.
Alright, okay. Thanks, Hendina. I've done all that dialogue before. Let's go ask Lord Harrond, because he didn't mention the pregnancy. And there might be some relevant information he can give to us. In fact, maybe even the innkeeper
Hail,
knows
traveler!
a bit more. No, doesn't know anything else. But let's speak to Harrond. Maybe Harrond does know something.
Yes. Have you news of Alice?
I'd like to ask you a few questions about your daughter. He twists a silver chain around his wrist.
Alice. Of course.
No,
I'm Lord Nestor.
doesn't have anything else to say. Okay. Alright, well let's go speak to Rumbled. And then we'll go confront Treagle. Actually, I'd like to speak to the Baratheon priest too. See if he knows anything. Hello,
Hail,
Rumbled.
traveler.
Any sign of that ogre? Or its head? No, I convinced the monster to leave. You won't be seeing him again. He balls his hands into two shaking fists. His face starts to redden. But that son of an Orlan whore, that thing devoured my entire herd. I wanted it dead. I wanted to mount its head on a pike. So I can be rational. I'll get minor positive. I can tell him that's disgusting for minor positive. Minor negative if I'm aggressive with him. Or moderate positive if I compensate him. The ogre is no longer your problem, and that's what matters. It's disgusting, then you should have dealt with the problem yourself. Now stop yelling and start paying, or you'll have another problem on your hands. Ooh. Um... Let's compensate him. We'll give him. It's not much copper anyway. Here, perhaps, and the reputation's always nice. Perhaps this will make up for the loss of your pigs. His mouth falls open. You do that for me? I don't know what to say. He snaps his fingers. Wait right there. He darts into the house and returns with a blunderbuss in his hands. I call it the lead splitter. Oh, no, sorry, not lead splitter. Lead spitter. It belonged to my father and served me in the Saints' War. It's old, but sturdy, and it packs a real punch. Should be more useful to someone like yourself these days. Nice, and we get a bit of extra minor positive rep. And we get the lead spitter blunderbuss. He crosses his arms and looks at his piglets. And now, to get back to the business of rebuilding my herd. Only... He takes one of the pigs and gives it a quick examination. This runt's still looking too small. I don't expect to get any good litters out of it, and I'd just as soon not have it weaken the rest of my stock. Why don't you take it? Gives me one less mouth to feed anyway. The piglet trots over to you, its pink snout wiggling. Sure, I'll take it. That's that quest done. Mighty fine to see you again. Business is looking up, thanks to you. Very good. So our reputation in Deerford Village is now hero, which is great. We have a little piglet. This young pig is roughly half the size of a small dog. It half trots, half runs at your side in an effort to keep pace, and snorts appreciatively when its flanks are scratched. Yeah, we'll use him as our companion for a while instead of the yellow Labrador, who will pop in the stash. And we have Lead Splitter, a unique blunderbuss. Two-handed weapon there, very slow. It's got a range of 8. Same as our pistol, but this one does 6 projectiles, 9 to 14 pierce damage each. Minus 10 accuracy though. It's got damaging 2, so it does plus 30% damage. And it's got 7 DR bypass, but some of that DR bypass has minus 0.3 to crit damage multiplier. Harried by persistent thieves, the merchant Beredin had this hefty blunderbuss forged as a means of protecting his wares. The gun proved as indiscriminately lethal as the dwarf's temper, firing a destructive hail of iron that made short and messy work of anyone who dared creep up on his wagons during the night. Beredin was very pleased with the weapon's performance, as were the brigands who eventually robbed him of it. Maybe we will use that at some point. I've actually just remembered we should enchant our pistol. I like our pistol. It's a cool pistol. Alright. Yeah, let's enchant our pistol. So we can finally afford to put the exceptional enchantment on it, which will give it plus 8 accuracy and plus 30% damage. Currently it's only got plus 15% damage, so this is a pretty big boost. More accuracy means more hits and more crits, less misses and grazes, so this is always good. Costs 4,200, which is a fair bit, and obviously uses these ingredients, but can't make an omelette without cracking some eggs, I guess. And it's a good upgrade, and it's our main weapon, so let's go for it. Nice. So that's increased the damage by a little bit. It's now 35 to 47 instead of, I think it was 43 maximum or 41, so that's pretty good, but it's mainly the extra accuracy too, which is good. So, very nice. That's helpful. Okay, let's go speak to the priest in here. Hopefully we can ask him if he's seen Alice. He probably hasn't, but might be worthwhile. Talking to Selby. You must be wanting Beodmar. He's out of town. I'm just keeping the candles lit until he gets back. Okay. Well, I guess nothing we can do there then. Let's go confront Treagle. Money do I have? 3,600. Good to know. Alright, now, I'm obviously expecting this to lead to some kind of a fight.
Need something?
So, and I'm sure Saban will join him. Are you deaf? Go bother Treagle. Bother him I shall. Let's put you over here.
What?
Put you in the middle.
Yes?
Put you here.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, expecting Saban to do something. Alright. Drop a quick save here. Because I don't think Treagle's going to appreciate being confronted. Let's speak to him. He wipes a splotch of dye from his elbow with his shirt tail. Something else you need? Actually, let's yeah, let's see what you've got for sale first. I'm just thinking that if we kill him, there's not going to be a vendor here anymore, so if he's got any unique items, we should probably buy them. Girdle of Mortal Protection, Trollhide Belt. I'll just buy them. Thank you very much. Cost 1600 copper, but we can sell him a bunch of crap that we've picked up. Well, not crap, but things. Now, there's no difference in sale price between vendors based on reputation, so we can just sell him everything. But if we kill him, we can't buy the stuff back, so we shouldn't sell him anything unique that we might want. But I'll sell him all those things. I'll sell this exceptional S-Stock, Morning Star, Hunting Bow, Great Sword, Crossbow, Wand, Rod. Fine battle axe, that's all fine. Pistol, arquebus, arbalest, some Zoric staves. Got a lot of crap, obviously, to get rid of. One of these Zoric spears, Zoric champion spears. Wand, sword, rod, mace, and 2 daggers. I won't sell the grimoires, just because I haven't actually checked if Aloth's got... Oh, he does have everything from them. But still, if I ever want to buy them back, best not to sell them. And I won't sell the hats either. But that's fine. 12,000 copper. Happy with that. And that's everything he has that was unique. I think so. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Thanks very much, Treagle. Just follow you. Alright. So, Treagle. Wait, I don't even know where to begin confronting you. I have a letter about a secret temple. It's stained with dye and it's signed T. Know anything about it? No, I think I'll just say Korrak swore he'd never seen Alice. He balks. Kor? The ogre? That thing has a name? He guffaws. I don't know what's funnier. That you took the monster at its word, or that you came back to tell me about it. He hefts his axe. Either way, I've heard enough. Alright.
Need something?
That's how you want to play this then? Paralyze you, and I'll hit you, and I'll knock you down, and I'll make a saw more accurate, and I'll paralyze you. And you can just whack him. And jeez, now you can whack him. You are devastatingly strong. For obvious. 68 crit on Saban. But anyway, that deals with Treagle. And we get some stuff from Saban there. And some stuff from Treagle.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Steal the potion of mirrored image and all that stuff. We can also pick the lock here.
I've got it.
Which I'll do.
Finished.
Even though the key's over here. May as well just get the extra XP. There we go, the courier's key. Stained by the dye in which you found it. Take that for completeness. And Alice isn't here, as expected.
They shall see
She's
nothing
obviously
while I
inside
see
the
much.
temple. The thick hide stretched thin upon the rack looks like it came from a Stelgar. The curing and waterproofing agents slathered over it give off a heavy odor.
I shall be discreet.
And we have the final journal of Jonas. My son, tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Skane's embodiment on Aora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. For months we met by secret conclave to plot our landlord's demise, all the while working the fields as if our hearts were content. Skane teaches us to plot with the mind while keeping one's face impassive, inscrutable. Fair fights are for those with armies. The quiet slave is our whetstone, our focus. In his worship, our cause finds focus, clarity, and possibility. Tomorrow, my master chokes on his own whip. By the time you read this, I will be dead. I pray Skane does not abandon me for speaking of my plotting, but a son deserves to know how his father died. For I have volunteered to be the effigy. Skane will inhabit my body, using this old farmer's simple flesh as a puppet of godly rage. I have been shaved and anointed. Tomorrow morning, I will be your father in name only, as my manhood will be removed, my nose and ears removed, and my useless mortal eyes will be replaced with flint stones through which Skane might see the world. My son, I am sorry for the lies I have told you these past few seasons, but Skane demands secrecy. Even your mother knows nothing of my furtive service to the quiet slave. Curse my name if you must, but never weep for me, for I die for the betterment of our community, to smite our Lord's corruption from the face of Aora. Tomorrow, my master chokes on his own whip, for tomorrow I become the effigy. Ominous. Doesn't sound like a pleasant procedure. We won't go and explore the temple right now. I would like, I think, first to deal with some of these other quests. Treagle attacked me when he realized I'd learned too much. Of course, I still don't know exactly what he was hiding here. Well, I need to go and figure that out, don't I? Wonder if I can speak to anyone about it, though. Including Lord Harrond.
Hail, traveler!
Okay, you don't have anything to say.
Yes. Have you, Elise?
You don't have anything to say either.
I'm Lord.
Alright. No, not anything new anyway. If you want to see all that dialogue, check out the previous episodes, because I go through it all then. But, given that there is nothing more on that front, let's leave the Deerford village, and we've got a few quests we can deal with. We need to take this spark to Firiga in Defiance Bay, and we also need to return to Grimdar in Copperlane with Whale's Scroll, or indeed, we can go and place it in the Black Meadow under the skull of a drake looking east. Which sounds like a message from Whale itself, and I think we're going to do what Whale wants. See where that leads. Could be valuable. I don't know. I just had the strangest experience. I heard a voice in my head, and it told me to hide the scroll again. It directed me to bury it in the Black Meadow under the skull of the drake looking east. It sounded like a message from Whale itself. Let's give that a crack. It's in the Black Meadow. It's a little bit far away. How much longer do we have to go for our construction? It's 1 day and 18 hours. Black Meadow is going to take exactly 1 day and 18 hours. That is perfect. Let's go there. Solmar the Shackler, a slaver from Radsaris, has arrived at your keep, seeking your counsel on some business matters. Upon his return, Lord Birnulgar was able to quell the uprising. Trade has slowed in the area, but what did that say? You are known as a local hero? Trade has slowed in the area, but you are regarded as a local hero. Okay, so we'll need to visit Solmar the Shackler. Bad visitor leaving in 7 days and 7 hours. Okay. I'll go see what he wants. 18 minutes. That's funny. Alright. So, Drake looking east. I don't know, could be this one. Could be this one. Could be this one. Must be this one. There's only... Yeah, it's this one. So the only one that's looking east.
Margwyn's fire
Makes sense.
casts
Alright,
light
let's see
in
what this
dark
does.
places.
This Drake's skull faces east. The soil underneath is soft and moist. Alright, let's bury the scroll. As you cover the ancient scroll with the last handful of soil, the shifting voice speaks in your head once more. Well done, Watcher. Ominous. Well, Whale's happy, I guess. We'll have to return to Grimdar. I don't know what we'll tell her, but think of something.
My thoughts will be as silent as
Wasn't
my
there
feet.
a bounty in here as well? Yeah, the Dweller. Kill the Dweller in Black Meadow and take its head. A large forest lurker has been spotted in Black Meadow, and merchants have dubbed it the Dweller. It will soon become a serious threat to the merchant caravans, however, and they have offered a bounty if I can kill the creature and bring back its head, or what passes for its head, at least. I think it's somewhere in this area, so let's see if we can kill it while we're all here. Maybe it's on the other side of the map. Oh no, it is here. It is here. These are all the Dwellers, little dwelling compatriots. So,
Need something?
now that we're in combat, let's bless us,
Need something?
and let's spirit shift you, run you forward. Let's wait for... Yeah, you can just distract that blight.
Aye?
And you can charm the troll, and in fact, you can charm the other troll. And then the Dweller himself, I guess we'll deal with somehow. Okay, I need to... Plague of bad, I need to get rid of that.
Your thoughts
somehow.
must flow deeply indeed.
Can we beam... Don't know if I want to beam just yet. Let's attack the earth
Aye?
blight for now. All the way over there. I do not know. Just whack the earth blight. Can we suppress affliction? Where is that? It's a tier 4 spell. Can't remember if it's a tier 2 spell. There it is. Let's do that. Can I? Oh man. Oh, I'm gonna die.
Punch the gristle off your skull!
You need to do that. Can you knock that? No, you're immune to being knocked down. Can we dominate the Dweller? Oh, immune. You bastard, I should have checked. I should have checked. Let's use that. And we'll use that one. Oops. There's that one there. Obvious. Damn, these guys hit hard. Maybe I should have. I think I'll approach this fight slightly differently. Ever so slightly.
Right.
probably involve keeping Haravius back a bit more.
What?
How may I help?
What?
And I'll cast something over there.
Let's go.
Alright, so what I'm going to do,
Yes?
I'm going to get you to cast that over here. In front.
Your thoughts must flow deeply
everyone.
indeed.
Wait for the rest of them to come back.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
And I almost forgot, you need to cast that.
Need
First,
something?
Perhaps you should cast this now.
Aye?
And I'd like you to fireball them. Maybe fireball a bit closer if that's being difficult. Let's charm that one now. And charm this one. Just attack it actually. And let's now use... Actually... How long does Suppress Affliction last for? Oh, it's only 6 seconds. Burn damage could be good. Oh, not Searing Seal. This one, Shining Beacon. Kind of need them to be a bit closer though. And I've just converted some of them to my side, so let's continue. We'll use that. Haravius. Spirit Shift you. Aloth. Let's just do that. Actually, let's do the fireballs. Do the fireballs, Aloth. And let's get you out here. And let's, I don't know, chuck a beam on the Men of Pigra, however that's pronounced. And that was a great fireball. And I do not like that the Dweller is coming out like that. I would love to paralyze him. That's good. Stand there. In fact, you can stay at range now. Oh, he's immune to... Should have looked. I don't know why I didn't look. The Wind Blight, that's really bad. Let's use Moonwell. In fact, let's use that one. You know what, maybe we'll even use that one too. And let's put another beam over there. So hard to see what's going on. What can I do? Can dominate something. I don't know what benefit that would have. I'm weak to burning damage. Aloth is out of action. He's actually weak to frost damage. dominate the Earth Blight, or the Greater Earth Blight. Maybe let's just finish the troll. Okay, it deals with the troll. The Dweller's actually quite low on health. Just thanks to the antipathetic beam, I guess. You're up again. Fireball, please. Nice, deals with the next troll. Durance, can you... Restore endurance. Endurance? Over there. Oh, you're gonna die. It's the Dweller's gonna knock you senseless. Don't die. Too many blights. What are they weak to? Frost or fire? Some of them are weak to frost, some of them are not. Maybe I can do that one next. Yep, now that you're up, can you do that? Hopefully that will finish off. What are you weak to? You're immune to slash. Alright, let's try ignite your soul. You're gonna die. There goes the grieving mother. And there goes Aleph. Bugger. Do I have anything that I could use? Okay, that dealt with that. What are you? Are you immune to slash? You're not. Let's do that. He is almost dead. Oh, Haravius is actually still up. Okay. Moonwell, please. Let's use this again. Can you... Can't knock that down, can you? No. How did that not kill the Dweller? It's got really high pierce damage reduction, so...
What? Need something?
So what do you... Frost? Frost. Frost. Okay. I can work with that. Let's do that.
What?
And you know what? We can use another iconic projection, which will double radius. Come on. You know what? Just keep using it. I can't use it anymore. Crush damage? He's weak to crush damage.
Huh?
Let's ignite him. Come on, just one. God damn it. He lasted a while, but they do so much. The Dweller's dead. The Dweller is dead. Okay, that's the hard part. They're immune to corrode damage, though. Nice.
Yeah.
Easy now. That was a fairly tough fight, but we got through it. No one died, although we will have to rest for Haravius' sake. And the Woodland Trails construction is completed. Very, very nice. So we can build the next item. Could build the west curtain wall. Or the chapel, forum, training grounds. Grants a might bonus. Or the hedge maze for more security. Let's do the training grounds for the might bonus. The training grounds provide a place to hone your skills in combat. Upgrading the grounds will grant a bonus to might upon resting in Bright Hollow. And that also gives 2 more security, which is always nice. There's the Dweller's Head. This burlap sack contains the head of the forest lurker known as the Dweller.
Sure.
So we can hand that in.
On the hunt.
Which I think we'll go do now. Before we get into any more scrapes. So, back to Cardnua. Take us 18 hours to get there.
The stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
That is true, Grieving Mother. That is true. We have helped improve it a bit. We'll go to the Warden's Lodge here and hand in the Dweller's Quest. Or the Dweller Bounty, I should say. Warden Ferrigan over here. Ferrigan nods at you. Good hunting, I hope. What can I do for you? Well, I took down the Dweller. To the relief of the merchants, I'm sure. Here's the coin they were offering. So, we didn't get too much. But it's the experience which is most helpful. Alright. So that's that one done. So there's one more bounty left. And then I think we unlock the next set of bounties.
Ooh, looks a little healthier than before.
Made 1,400 in taxes. And we only lost 18 to bandits. And Skulls for the Mother quest has been added. Let's assign Sagani to that and then we'll rest. Skulls for the Mother rewards 15% experience, Father's Teeth, 150 to 300 copper in treasure, and expires in a day and will take 2 turns to complete. Somewhere deep in the ruins of Ibril's Well, a pair of Puigra prey on travelers and offer up sacrifices to their mother. In the past, travelers simply knew to avoid all trails leading near the well, but in recent years the Puigra have increased the range of their hunts. Travelers have been abducted or killed on the roads between Solace Vale and Midwood. Glanfathans are reticent to enter Ibril's Well due to the religious significance of the ruins there, but that hasn't stopped the residents of the affected towns from requesting help from within the Deerwood. So we'll send Sagani on that, because she's the one who has, I think, probably the least experience. And then we will rest, and we'll take Constitution for more health and endurance, or Perception for more accuracy. Constitution might be the one to go for, I think. Athletics and Constitution. It lasts for 3 rests as well. Alright. Woodland Trails bonus it is. Should make us all quite a bit tankier. Yeah. Nice. I have over 100 endurance now. That is quite good. And my accuracy... Oh, I must have not had the +3 accuracy. Anyway, it's fine. Alright, let's go and speak to Solmar the Shackler. is. Drop a save here. At last. I'm glad you're here, my lord. My name is Solmar. I've a matter of some importance to discuss, if you have the time. Very well, let's hear it. You gesture for your allies to join you and take your place upon your throne. Let's see what our friend Solmar wants. Hey, our little piglet is running up to join us. I'll cut to the meat of it. I have a dozen Orlan slaves in port at Garara. Good, healthy stock that will fetch a fine price in Ixmatil, if I can get a ship up the coast. That's the tricky part. I haven't got the coin to stock a ship for the whole journey, not without docking at a Deerwood port along the way, and running the risk of having my goods seized. Really, these Deerwood laws are completely impractical for any honest merchant travelling outside of Defiance Bay. I hoped you could be of some assistance. You're not originally from the Deerwood, I hear, so surely you understand. I'd like a moment to discuss this with my people. Of course, of course. Solmar inclines his head politely and steps out of earshot. Haravius, I want you to head down to Garara and see if you can free these slaves. It's motion for our guest to return. I'm not sure I want to do that. I hope your discussion was productive. Solmar steps closer, smiling pleasantly. I just want to see what items we get from this, potentially. Alright. Alright. Okay. I don't think it really matters too much what we do here. But, let's, so I could tell him to basically bugger off and keep going, but I think I'll help him sell the slaves. That's much appreciated. What did you have in mind? So I can have him sell them to me, and presumably I can then sell them myself, or free them, I guess. Or I can put in a good word in with the Crucible Knights, and he can dock at Fleetbreaker Castle. Or I can call in a favour with the Dominels, and a boat will meet him off the coast by Giran's Grasp with supplies. Or I'll talk to contacts in the dozens. You'll have no trouble at Road's End. I guess we'll go with House Dominel. We did side with them, after all. I'll call in a favour with the Dominels. A boat will meet you off the coast by Giran's Grasp with the supplies. I'm also not keen to spend 5k, so we'll go with this one. Knew I could count on you, my lord. Thank you. Give my thanks to the Dominels too, of course. Cool. And that deals with that. Very good. Do we have anything in here? We do. Well, we've got the Hellwax mold, which I will leave there because I can only use it once and I don't know what I want to use it on yet. But I will take these other things. What do we have here? Stelgar Tooth. Nice. Spider Venom Sac, Primal Rock, Primal Water, Zorip Tongue, Awakened Wood, Scalder Ear, Spear Spider Leg, and a bunch of copper. Nice. And the General Goods Merchant, what do you have? If it can be used to hurt or heal someone, I have it here for sale. I will just buy some camping supplies. And I just also want to check, do I have like grappling hooks? Oh, I've got one. I'll buy one. And I've got hammer and chisel right here too. Yeah, I just always want to have 2 in my inventory, just in case.
Right.
That's all I need from him. We should visit the curio shop as well while we're here, in case I can afford to upgrade, like my armor or something, if they've got some ingredients I can buy. So what do I need to upgrade my armor? I need oh no, that's superb. I need a sapphire.
Better indeed.
Which I don't think the curio shop has. I think I have to go to old what's-his-face. Old what's-his-face, down in what's-his-face lane. The bloke in Ondra's gift. That's the words I was trying to say. Now, I can't enchant anything else, right? It's just weapons. Yeah, weapons and armor. Could enchant the rapier, but I never use it, so I don't see the point. And there's also these secondary damage things I can put on. I don't know which one's the best. Probably burning, but maybe corrosive. Think more about that.
Gods keep you.
Let's see what you've got. Vithrak brains I will buy. That's really all I need. So that will have to do. Is it worth looking at the weaponsmith, armorsmith? Maybe it is.
Looks a little healthier than before.
The Artificer's Hall. I don't think I looked at the Artificer's Hall previously. Or maybe I did, and I just can't remember. This looks like something from an Adiran drinking game in which several vials are filled with water and one with concentrated sonreed liquor. Or maybe I didn't. Springs, gears, and wires jangle around in the crate. Interlocking rings are carved with peculiar symbols. They slide across one another with a soft series of clicks. Yeah, I don't think I did.
Hello.
Greetings, my lord. Here you will find only the most ingenious of contraptions. Oils and snares and dwemer crafts, all to fetter and frustrate your foes. Do you wish to have a look? Sure, let's see what you got. Oh, it's traps. Now, some of these traps are not bad. But expensive. At least for the moment. But that's good to know.
How do you do?
Good day, my lord. Are we in need of traps today? Not at the moment, my good man. No fine traps are required at this moment in here time.
The stones and the spirits in this place have begun to heal.
You mentioned as much, grieving mother. Craft shopkeeper.
How do you do?
Let's see what you've got. Got a bunch of fine weapons. And fine bits of armor, and that is all. Can't say I'm pleased with that, but it is what it is. Alright. Let's... Actually, we can exit here. What would be next on the agenda? I guess the next quest would be to go back to Defiance Bay to complete Cinders of Faith and the Parable of Whale, and to buy some gems from the gem merchant in Ondra's gift. But I think we'll leave it there for now, guys. As always, thank you for joining me. If you're enjoying this campaign, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, do it for the little piglet, and keep in tune for the next one, which will be, I guess, similar time next week. So I'll catch you all then. As always, thank you for joining me. Take care and have fun.